So here are the ingredients for the soup. What is essential are the spices. So here in this plate we have a tablespoon each of cumin and coriander. We also have a teaspoon each of onion and garlic powder. We have here a can of organic chickpeas that have been drained and rinsed. I chopped up one onion, and also there are about 5 garlic cloves. And we have here 4 medium potatoes, and this can vary depending on what you have. Sometimes I throw in 3 large potatoes, sometimes I throw in 5 medium potatoes. Just depends on what you have. It's not going to change the recipe much. Over here I have my oil-free hummus from Engine 2, and I have some hummus left over, some plain hummus that I'm going to use, and then I'm going to add some roasted red pepper hummus. And back here, back here we have 5 cups of broth that I made earlier. So it's about... Okay, we're going to start by sauteing our onions and garlic. And since this is oil-free cooking, I have, typically I would just place some water in the pan. But since I had some broth left over and it's delicious, I decided to use some broth. Because this is about, I don't know, maybe a little less, maybe about 1/8 of a cup of water or broth. So I'm just going to get my onions and garlic in, and then I'm going to stir these, and then once these are translucent, the onions are translucent, I'm going to add my spices, and that's a tablespoon each of coriander and cumin and a teaspoon each of onion and garlic powder. Okay, now that the onion and garlic and spices have simmered, I'm going to add 5 cups of broth. This is homemade broth again. It's made with kale. I mean, not kale. It's made with kale, celery, and sweet peppers. And now I'm going to add the potatoes. And I'm going to let the potatoes cook for about 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes, whenever they're done. Okay. Okay, so there's one ingredient that I forgot to tell you about, and that is cornstarch. So while the the potatoes are cooking, I went ahead and mixed the hummus with additional spices. So I added 1/3 cup of the traditional hummus and 1/3 cup of the roasted red pepper hummus, and I added a teaspoon each of coriander and cumin and a tablespoon of cornstarch. So I'm going to mix this together, and right before the soup is finished, we're going to add this to the water to thicken it up. So this is what it looks like mixed up. Again, this is the hummus and cumin and coriander and a tablespoon of cornstarch. So we're still waiting for the potatoes to get done. I'm going to let them cook. They've been cooking for about 8 minutes. I'm going to let them cook for probably another 10 minutes, and then I'm going to add the chickpeas. So this is what the hummus and spices look like after I mix them. I did add about 1/4 cup of water to the mixture to make it easier to stir. So this is the hummus, the coriander and cumin, and cornstarch mixed with about a quarter cup of water. Okay, so the potatoes have been cooking for about 16 minutes, and now I'm going to add the chickpeas. And I'm going to let the chickpeas cook for about, I don't know, 3 to 4 minutes. And then I'm going to add the hummus mixture. And then I'm going to add the spinach. I'm going to add the hummus, and then maybe like 30 seconds later I'm going to add the spinach to the dish. And then basically we're done there. So I'll show you the finished product. Okay. So this is the final product. Looks delicious. Now if you want to add some cayenne pepper, you can at the end, but since if you watch my other video, you know that I made my broth really spicy, and it's still spicy, so it definitely does not need any cayenne, but it's delicious anyway.